So the supplement market in general is not regulated by the FDA. And so if you are purchasing supplements over the counter, they could be contaminated, they could have a lot of fillers. And so those things, first of all, if you have contaminants, now you are exposing your body to toxins that you don't need. Hi, I am Dr. Odoi. I'm the founder of Oasis Women's Functional Medicine. We are a boutique practice located here in Rochester, New York. So today I am going to be talking about why supplements have not fixed your hormonal issue. As a functional medicine doctor, I have a lot of women who walk into my office with a box of supplements that they've researched online, and these supplements are supposed to be helping them fix issues concerning their hormones. And a lot of times they are struggling with bloating, fatigue, missed periods, things like PCOS, and all these hormonal issues that these supplements are supposed to be helping them, resolve. But here they are in the office because these supplements are not working. And so here are 4 reasons why supplements may not be working for you if you are having hormonal issues. The first reason is that you are treating symptoms and not necessarily the underlying root cause or the underlying reason why you are having these hormonal symptoms to begin with. I will give you an example. So a lot of women are on B complex vitamins, or they are on ashwagandha and other supplements that are supposed to be helping with stress. But the underlying issue is that you are not sleeping well. And not sleeping well could be related to progesterone deficiency. And so without replacing your progesterone, if you are taking these supplements because you need to sleep well and you are not sleeping well, and because of the lack of sleep, you are experiencing fatigue and brain fog, then it is not helping because you've not really addressed the root issue, which is the sleep deprivation and the disruption in your sleep patterns due to progesterone deficiency, for instance. The second reason is that you have not invited your gut and liver to the party when you take these supplements, and I will explain why. So hormones are broken down in your liver at first, once they are done with their work in your body. And so if your liver is not working well in terms of breaking down these hormones, it is going to affect how you feel. And so having a look at your liver to make sure you are really metabolizing hormones very well is the first step, and not necessarily a supplement. The other issue is if you are having gut problems and you are not absorbing nutrients, or you are not being able to move your bowels daily, it is going to affect how you break down hormones. It's going to affect how you feel. And so those things needs to be looked at while you take supplements. The third reason is that your nervous system is still dysregulated, and there is no way to supplement your way out of a dysregulated nervous system. Why? Because cortisol, if it's dysregulated or you are under a high level of stress where your cortisol is elevated, it affects how you metabolize progesterone. It affects how progesterone is broken down in your body. High cortisol also affects how your thyroid functions. High cortisol affects your sleep. And so if you are not addressing the reasons of the chronic stress, then taking supplements and hoping that the supplements are going to help, you may not end up with the solutions that you are looking for. And the fourth and final reason, which I am going to stay here for a while, is dosing and the quality of supplements that you are taking. So the supplement market in general is not regulated by the FDA. And so if you are purchasing supplements over the counter, they could be contaminated, they could have a lot of fillers, And so those things, first of all, if you have contaminants, now you are exposing your body to toxins that you don't need. The second reason is that the form of a supplement is super important, because the form of supplements can affect how your body really takes it in and the way it's absorbed in your system. For instance, if you have heard that, magnesium is really good for you and we all need magnesium, well, the form that the magnesium came in is going to really be important, right? If you take a magnesium citrate, for instance, it only works in your gut. And so the main side effect will be diarrhea, and you will not necessarily get the systemic effects of magnesium. And the dosing also matters. We always hear vitamin D is so good for you, but if you overdose on vitamin D, it can also have bad side effects on your body. And so while you are taking vitamin D, the levels need to be monitored, the levels need to be measured to make sure that you are staying within that optimal level and not becoming toxic from vitamin D, for instance. So the dosing, the quality, and timing of these supplements, the timing is also important. So there are some supplements, or there are some chemicals in supplements that is better absorbed with food. It is sometimes better absorbed on an empty stomach. And you need to know these things for the whole taking supplements to work. In conclusion, supplements are great for strategy once you know what is wrong. In your particular case, it's a good strategy, but you cannot just take supplements alone without knowing the reasons why. And to know the reasons why, you need testing. You need to look. Everybody is different, and so your symptoms may have a different root cause from another woman's symptoms. And so just because Susan took those supplements and they helped her does not mean that it's going to help you if the reasons why you are having those symptoms are different. How can you help is make sure that you are taking supplements under the guidance of a licensed practitioner who has some training in medicine, physiology, who can understand why you need to be on a supplement, and someone who can also measure your levels to make sure that you are not going into toxic ranges, and someone who can also advise you on the quality of supplements that you are taking to make it all work. You cannot out supplement a terrible lifestyle. You can't out supplement a bad diet, and you can't out supplement poor sleep patterns. So all these root issues need to be addressed, and supplements, like the name suggests, is supposed to help you supplement a really good foundation of health. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, share it with another woman and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.